If you just bear with me, I'm gonna share my stream around. So I don't want to be on too late tonight. I just want to get a few things covered. I'm gonna kind of go over all the charts that I did this week. And we'll see if we can get a few more people in. If we can, great. If not, no big deal. I've got a lot that I want to talk about, and if I can get through it, actually, that would be great. So here's what we're going to do. Tonight, I'm going to make it quick. I want to make it precise. We can have a talk later if I get the viewers. I want to go over some specific coin, a little bit of stock. We can chart them. We did a little bit of that today, but I kind of want to do that. In just like a quicker sense, go over, and then if there are people viewing, then we can go from there. So the first thing I wanted to cover, and you'll notice I also have my KuCoin open. I might trade tonight. If I do, you can see how it works. I don't know if anybody's been waiting for that, but yeah, it's available. So what we'll do, I wanted to go over BTC first, okay? Oh, this is the perp. BTC, okay, so just in general, for those who don't know, BTC is the most important crypto, okay? It's the big one, it's the bad boy, it's the guy that's getting everything done, it's the one in charge. It's the one all the other crypto follow. So, where's the big boy at? Well, he fell. He fell just a little bit. This kind of pattern could be the start of a reversal. So far, I guess it's not too serious. Through my TradingView account, I had some guys that said they were definitely still holding. I have sold my Bitcoin. I had to. I had a Voyager issue. Everything's settled now. But me personally, that is actually a good sign, what you're seeing right now. It's holding at the 60K level. I know it's still considered to be in a small downtrend. So the downtrend is, it's not even like a day long. It's really not that big of a deal. So if this bounces off the 60K, you're good to go. You're in luck. So it could play around in this area and go back up. We're gonna have to challenge that 65K level again. Okay, so if for some reason we get back up there, that's gonna be a tough one to pass. Okay. All right, let's go over Tesla. We're changing over to stocks. I do both. I do all kinds of trading. So I just go through it as I have it. I know that might be difficult for some people, but again, at least, so if you just go into one or the other, if you just go into crypto, or if you just go into, oh, I'm just realizing, I don't know if this was close enough to me, I'm sorry. So 4 minutes in and I didn't realize I had my mic. How do you like that? If you're just into one or the other, what I recommend is get one exchange for one exchange for the other, and just kind of play around with them, you know? See what makes more sense to you. Crypto is going to be way more volatile, okay? So when you're putting money on crypto, just expect bigger losses, but also bigger gains. With stock, not so much. Tesla had some flagpoles and flags. So 900, I think it reached an all-time high, actually. Tesla reached an all-time high? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. So let's look it up. Tesla all-time high. Let's see what the interwebs has to say. Because I'm sure today, I think it hit some new high today. So what does that say? New record of 908. So, yes, Tesla did get a new high today. 908. Man. Elon, get at me, man. Jesus. Okay, so 908. Let's see. So on mine, it shows actually, yeah, 909. Whatever, that's close enough. But there, if you'll look, so from the past days, actually, let's see, from the past weeks, we can see, I know there's a break, but you can see a flagpole. And then we have kind of its, so that's an opening wedge. Then you had another flagpole, flag. So whenever this happens, and this could continue, this is one of the, I would say this is one of my favorite type of patterns to trade constantly. So in other words, you can see it coming. Does that make sense? Got your flagpole, flag, but then you see the breakouts, and of course the flags can be other patterns too. So you have your pennant, wedges, and they can be considered flags. Flags, okay, you understand what I'm saying? They can be considered these consolidation areas that you can trade out of. So all of this was good trading material. And as you'll also see, I've got two trend lines going. I didn't put it down officially, but let's change their colors a little bit. Yeah. So you would have trend line, so that's one there. And then, see, so on this one, I don't want to include that other stuff. So here's my difference, okay? So just like on BTC, I don't know if anybody realizes, let's come back to this, but just like on BTC, if we look at it, we made a dual set of trend lines. Now, why do we do that? Well, if we're still in an uptrend and we have a dual or sometimes even three trend lines, it can bounce around inside those trend lines. So basically the lines become support and resistance, but it's just horizontal instead of vertical. And when you realize that, that's actually when you can bounce around and make a good amount of profit. So you're on an uptrend. Look, I mean, this is basically it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So I could extend this. I know it's kind of, but basically it's kind of like a buy, sell, hold, buy more, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. So that would have been just a rough example. For now, though, as you can see, we've started the reversal. Okay, so now this is on its way down. It looks like 60K is going to be our area of support. I tell you what, that support's actually looking pretty good. That looks like it's I mean, it looks like it's going to hold to me. Hopefully now what we want is we want this to break out of here. Okay, that's what we really want. I guess we'll get there. All right, I'm going to move on. FTM. FTM. Some of these I remember whose they are, some of them I don't. If I can get to extra, I will. And if you guys have something specific that you want, just let me know. Ask in the comments, and we'll talk about it. Especially if I don't know about it, I would love to actually, if somebody in the room does, I would love to, repeat what they have so it gets recorded and we can all kind of learn something. I'm really good at charting. I'm not perfect with everything else, so I'm more than welcome that kind of input on the Conquering Crypto Live. So let's check out Phantom. So Phantom had some issues here. Let's take a look. So we definitely have another trend there. Okay, remember, what are we always doing? We are always setting our trend lines. I'm not going to worry about that one. But you know what? We're just going to keep that there, even though it broke out. So right now, this is an opening type wedge, meaning if this continues, what the plan would be is to stay inside of those lines and kind of just, slowly curve around. So it's basically, a more vertical support and resistance, which, that's one good way of seeing it. That's one good way of tracking it. I did get asked about BTC's resistance. I don't want to stop this. We'll open up a new, just because we have a question, we'll go for it. BTC's new resistance. I think we pretty much talked about it, but let's go to it now. 60K. So yeah, so BTC's new resistance, I'm sorry, support right now, 60K. And man, let me tell you, that is strong. What are you doing here? What was that? Oh, bouncing stuff off. Okay. So yeah, 60K is what it is. We want things to bounce around in this resistance support area. And yeah, that'd be great. And then we can shoot back high up again out of the 65 and get some new all-time highs again. Anyway, sorry, FTM real quick, and then we'll get to others. Come on. All right, yeah, right. Okay. So let's see what we have kind of long here. Look at this. Okay, so we got that. Yeah, that's definitely something. Okay. So let's look what we have. I clearly charted this. That's what all this mess is. I charted this recently, probably in the last couple weeks. And that's what this line is up here. That's my prediction line. We're going to get rid of that. I change my predictions every couple weeks or so just to get a remember, it's not about being right. It's about being able to make profit. So I don't care if they're right. I care if I adjust them correctly so that I know if I put my money on certain things, how it does. It's not about being right. It's about making profit. Okay, so this is still in a nice uptrend. If we go out, let's see. Yeah, you can see I had a previous prediction on this. All Conquering Crypto members in the Facebook chat get access to this. Anybody can see it. It's for educational purposes only. It's not financial advice, but it's something nice to go off of. So this is definitely just probably a continued uptrend. So with our FTM, we have a basic uptrend. One of the things that I mentioned recently, sometimes at the top you only get one spike. So let's pretend just real quick. Let's pretend this other spike isn't here. All right. Make this real quick. So let's pretend this is the only spike. And let's pretend that's not there either, okay? What I'd like to do, oh, come on, guy. What I like to do, if this is going to teeter-totter, if you're only going to have 1 point at the top of your trend, uptrend or downtrend, if you're only going to have 1 point one way or another, don't count it. Wait for more information because the teeter-totter it's not going to help you. So wait for more information. Let's look. So as that hit right there, boom, that would have instantly been good enough for me to continue. Okay, of course, and then the chart kept going. Boom, we can move it up. And of course, to where we are now. So actually, that could have been considered a breakout, depending on how you decided to chart this. That is a resistance line breakout. In other words, you could have placed your order here, put a stop loss down here, and a nice little take profit up top. We've talked about that a good amount. So yeah, you could have done all that in that trade. Now, of course, it didn't jump too far, but that's okay. That's what the stop loss is for, okay? We're going to continue. We are going to go on to OHM. OHM we charted earlier. Just going over it for the nighttime. and it looks similar. It's still in its basic uptrend. When it gets up to the resistance of 1500, that's where things could get spicy and it could bounce around in there, eventually happening for a breakout, either bull or bear. But that's what we're looking at with that guy. ETH, Ethereum. That's something we haven't talked about today at all. Oh man, that's the inside my resistance. I have not looked at Ethereum now. I'm not kidding. Where's this area broke? 1020. I guess I'm a liar. I guess it was recently. I feel like I haven't looked at Ethereum in a while. I guess I looked at it just so this could be broken. But let's look at the tunnel at least, huh? So again, remember all of our coin, even Ethereum, follows BTC. So it's like the coin has its own path and then it's combined with a percentage of BTC. BTC is strong, and you're depending on how your coin does, the coin will do strong. BTC is weak, depending on how the coin is, the coin will also be weak. So it's something that you have to take in consideration at all times. That BT is BTC, but of course Ethereum follows it closely. Ethereum is huge, so here we are. We have some broken. So this was broken. I guess I wrote this a couple days ago, and it fell back down. But okay, guys, real quick, what other coin recently did this? You won't guess it. You won't guess it. BTC. So BTC went above its resistance, fell back down to a previous support. Ethereum is getting there. So this would be the previous support, but honestly, if it gets down to the trend line, that's the same thing, because then again, you want your trend lines to become resistance and support. That's going to be one to look at. Honestly, that's going to be one for the watch list right there. If it's not something that you have, and if it's not permanent, definitely put that on your list of things to watch. We got just one more, and then actually I'm making videos that are way too long, and of course they don't involve too many people. So this is going to be, I think it's Flow. Yeah, all right. So I want to say that I must have constructed this recently. I kind of remember, but this is one of my prediction models. And in my prediction model, it shows that Flow is going to possibly be on a pretty good downtrend. So what I would normally do is I would split the back end in half, okay? And then what I would do is I would call the prediction somewhere along this line and then match it up with the date at the bottom, okay? So between all of that combined, it would get my relative prediction. Of course, I can mix news in there and other things that would change what the exact type of prediction would be. But that's the general idea of how I get a lot of predictions. I mix in some other stuff in there too. I can't give too much away. I can't give away the real secrets, right? So yeah, there's some really good information on just how I chart things. But Flow is in a downtrend. And it's been in that downtrend since the end of August. It would, of course, take a breakout reversal for this to switch. That's what happens. Once you have an uptrend or a downtrend, what you're doing is you're following the uptrend or downtrend until you notice a reversal or breakthrough. So what happens a lot of the times is, again, here we are on this uptrend. And this is a perfect example. This is why we have two, by the way. This is why we have two trend lines, because it can break either. You kind of have to track both. You've got to do multiple things when tracking these things. Okay, so here we go. This yellow line, I'm not exactly sure what the yellow line is. This one I'm going to get rid of. So we're traveling along this guy. I'm sure this was actually switched out. So to be honest, we have two hits on the secondary. I guess the one I deleted might have been the main. So for right now, all we're worrying about is the secondary trend, and this is what turned it into a long consolidation wedge. But you'll notice once it broke the trend, things can change. The thing about BTC is it has these strong support lines that are right within the area it's at. So I mean, the truth is, it can break through this stuff, but BTC is so massive. BTC is the big boy. BTC is so strong that even though it can break this stuff, it can easily get support. Easily. BTC has gone up every single year. It's the master, okay? And it's what all other coins follow. So right now it's at 60K. It got up to 68, I want to say, maybe even 69. I don't know. But anyway, it got pretty tall for all-time highs, and yeah, things are looking great. So that was a 20-minute video. It's Friday night. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will be making new videos soon. I hope you guys join me. I have a Venmo. You can find me at Conquering Crypto if you want to tip me on any of the good information that you've got, helps you out. My Facebook group is Conquering Crypto on Facebook. Just ask to be invited in. We will take you. It is a private group, but we accept everybody, noobs or pros. And let's see, I've got a Twitter. You can find me at DeMarco Danny. And of course, the Conquering Crypto symbol is there as well. And that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me on this Friday evening. I hope you guys learned a little bit of something. And stay tuned for me next time. And you guys can come in, ask all the questions you want when that starts to happen. And you'll get to see me. Sometimes use the Q coin. I want to do that really soon, but I haven't found anything I liked. But if you guys want anything charted or looked at, come and join me. All right? Take care.